Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to welcome to you all on this day when we will be observing our 42nd Kokborok Sal. I would like to request our volunteers to felicitate our guests of this program. First, we'll start with our guest, chief guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mr. Head of the Department of Kokborok, Professor Susan Hedasana. Guest faculty, Department of Kokborok, Mr. Nanda Kumar Daswati.
저도 아니 카카 예파로 만에 피나이 시니 유니버시티니 인차र्ज भाइस चान्सेलर एमके सिंह सर ताई ककबरक डिपार्टमेन्टनि सिनि सुगेन्द्र सर ताई नन्द सर जतनानि खुलुम याफोराव ताई पान्डव जत जेमाने फाइनाय जतन आं खुलुम आं खूब तंतक जागा ताइनि অমহাই যে একটা পান্ডা আর খাইকা অমহাই যে ককবরক দিবস আর পালন খেলে দেখা অমা খুব তন্তক জাখা তাই আং তাই বেলে সালিয়া অমহাই পান্ডা প্রত্যেক বছর নো প্রত্যেক ইয়ার নো তাই তো কাহাম খে প্রচার খাইনাই আওয়াই খাইনাই যতন মিলিয়ই তাই তো জাকজমকে খাইনা বাগইয়া যতন অনুরোধ থাইও আমার নাম উত্তম দেবনাথ আমি আগে টাকারজলায় বসবাস করতাম 97 এ আমি টাকারজলা থেকে এখানে আসি আসার পর আসলে তখন আমি ওইখানে আমাদের টাকারজলাতে আমরা সবার সঙ্গে ককবরক ভাষাতে সকাল থেকে রাত্র পর্যন্ত ককবরক ভাষাতে কথা হতো সবার সঙ্গে ভালোভাবে আদান প্রদান যা কিছু আমার বাড়ির চারিদিকেই ছিল আমাদের আত্মীয় স্বজন এখন এখানেও আমার একজন বোন আছে ছোট বোন হিসেবে শর্মিলা আমরা একদম ছোট দেখেছিলাম তো এখন আমার খুব আনন্দ হয় যে ওই এলাকার ছেলেমেয়েরা এখন এখানে আসে এবং ওইখানে যারা যতটুকু সাহায্য করা যায় সরকারি ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে যতটুকু করা যায় আমি করি কিন্তু আমার এই ধরনের অনুষ্ঠান খুব প্রিয় আগামীতে এই ধরনের ককবরক দিবস উদযাপন যে অনুষ্ঠানটি হবে তা আরো ব্যাপকভাবে আরো বড় করে সবাইকে আরো প্রচার করে সুন্দরভাবে করার জন্য আমার অনুরোধ রইল নমস্কার
আমি যখন বাংলা ভাষা বলি ঠিক তার মতন ওই ভাষাটাও আমি খুব ইজিলি বলতে পারি কোনো অসুবিধা হয় না আমার যেহেতু আমি বাংলাটা পারি তো আমার যদি জানাশোনা খুব চেনা শ্রদ্ধেয় অজিত ত্রিপুরার কবি অজিত ত্রিপুরার একটি কবিতা আমি আপনাদের শোনাতে চাই সেই কোনো অজিত ত্রিপুরা বাইসা আঙ্কাইসা ককবরক পড়ি শোনাবেন Kokborok chini amani ko ohani busare ko Kokborok chini thui bai budal ja chini to bai masang ja.
So my name is Mushuk Mushukar and I am a PG diploma in Kokborok 2019-20 student. প্রথমে তো আমি kokborok প্রথম শিখতে এসেছি সেখানে যেটা আমাদের ত্রিপুরা রাজ্যের দ্বিতীয় জাতীয় ভাষা এবং আমি আজকে পৌঁছিটা করে দমগন মাসের হিন্দি এই যে কবিতাটা আমি পাঠ করবো দঙ্গই ওই দঙ্গই হিনই হিন্দি বিধি কান খাবো বড়ই হানক কান খাবো বড়ই তোতরা জরা তৈ লঙ্কা তাইলে লেংনিয়া
যতনো dibor kaham ang tongtaka kokborok salno palaimani bagwai obohoy pandorok klai khai kokborok taibo kuchungo khnai jotono taibasa kakaham yaparo ambai
আমি kokborok পারি না but I am very much interested about folk music and folk cultures and as a part and parcel of the language I want to know, but it is my bad luck that I am not from any tribal region. That means in my birth area there is no tribal belt, or my colleagues are not such. I am not able to get such colleagues. So it is bad luck. But from very beginning, I have compared the tribal music with classical music and ancient music. I have compared this. Then I have realized that you maybe also realized that if you go to in early days, the music was very in primitive age. The music was very used only 2 to 3 tones, and day by day, when in nowadays it becomes 12 tune had come. So at first, only high note and low note are used in the ancient days, but gradually it comes 3 notes and then 5 notes and then 7 notes and then 12 notes are kept. So now in Western music or Indian music, 12 notes are used. But in tribal music, I have found that basically 5 tunes are used. Let me demonstrate you. Now, if I play Bhupali Rag, just like that. Now, same tune, if I, oh Johnny John, this. So, if you know your folk culture, you will be, it's my opinion that you will be more enrich your culture as well as you will be more enrich yourself also.
I'm Zoology Department. I am from Kokborok, Bodoland. I am very happy to be here on the celebration of Regional Kokborok Day celebration. So today morning one of my friends called me and told me to attend here. So I am very much thankful to him. I am very much interested in learning Kokborok. Nowadays I am learning it from my friend who is staying with me on rent. So I used to write with Hindi or English, and I used to write it on Kokborok, and I am learning it. So thank you. Ambai. Present.
Basically, I am a student from rural development. So always I travel and visit so many villages in Tripura. Basically, when we visit tribal areas, definitely we face so many language problems. Then we take help from our tribal students. But last 2 to 3 years, I am thinking that why I am not learning Kokborok. If I learn so easily, I can catch, I can collect I can know the mentality, their answer, their philosophy. So right now I was discussing this matter with my colleague and junior Somi. Somi, I want to learn Kokborok. Now when two people in Kokborok language talks, then I think what they are talking, this is totally unknown. So my one student just give me one word. They said if two people talk in Kokborok, then you can say tomo tomo. So another kulumka hambai we know, we basically use. And when I am from West Bengal, joined in Tripura University in 2006, I am from Vishwabharati, and I think you know Rabindranath. At that time, so many Devarmas were shifted to Santiniketan. At that time, this title was also unknown to me. Who are Devarma? Basically, I did not ask them, who are you? But after coming here, joining here, the thing was clear that who are Devarmas. And right now, one doctor is also in Santiniketan. She is Suzma Devarma like this. She is the doctor of our Vishwabharati Hospital, Pearson College Hospital. So, and also few Jamatiyas also there. But never they talked in Kokborok language. So really students, when I see you are talking, really I enjoy. And basically I am inspired by Sukendra Sen. If I take any chance anywhere, I just try to reveal his contribution in the subject, not only Kokborok, in history. I think you know, if you go to the website, you can find out that who is he. So really you are very fortunate that you have such type of teachers, along with our university also giving opportunities to you. You try to establish this language. Thank you.
Dipor Kaham. A very good afternoon. Oro Tunza Jotonolam Sogo. I welcome all of you, those present here, to commemorate the 48th Kokborok Day celebration in this university. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, Professor M.K.C. With a short notice, yesterday afternoon, let me confess that he readily agreed that such programs should be there and it should have been in the larger forum. Sir, I take this responsibility of not able to hold in a bigger way, and there are certain reasons. And on the dais, eminent writer, dramatist, singer, a well-known in the field of literature of Kokborok and Bengali, eminent Sri Nandakumar Devarma, my colleagues, officials, employees, research scholars, students, and ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I welcome you to this program. This 42nd Kokborok Day celebration is the day on 17th of January 1979, the Tripura Legislative Assembly unanimously resolved to recognize Kokborok as one of the state language. And that is a very important, because being a student of history, I cannot escape just to give you a glimpse. It's very difficult to say when Kokborok replaced Bengali language as the court language of Tripura. However, after Tripura march with the Indian Union on 15 October 1949, Bengali continued to be the official language and also medium of instruction in all educational institutions. It is not that during the princely days, Kokborok was not encouraged. The instance we can see from Rajmala, it is said that the two Pandits, Sukreshwar and Manashwar, translated the Rajmala from Kokborok. Research is yet to be done, and at the same time, one person, Daulat Ahmed, who is not a Kokborok speaking as the name suggests, tried giving some say to Kokborok language in 1897. However, the first step in the writing of Kokborok started in 1900 with Radhamohan Thakur, who wrote Kokborokma, that is the Kokborok grammar. Thereafter, in 1945, some educated youth, the movement came to be known as the Janasiksha movement, started for the spread of literacy in the hill areas. However, because of their effort, many schools were opened. The movement could not sustain long because of the inclination towards politics. In 1960s, some educated tribal youth started thinking about the development of Kokborok and formed a regional party in 1967, which came to be known as Tripura Upajati Yuva Samiti, TUJS. Among the other important demands regarding Kokborok is the introduction of Kokborok language in Roman script in educational institutions. And in 1977-78, some attempts were made. But the recognition of Kokborok as a state language in the Legislative Assembly made it all the more important like today. Just a glimpse, where is this Kokborok today? Thereafter, Kokborok language as a medium of instruction was introduced in primary school in 1891. And later, some Kokborok foundation course was started in 2011 in the government degree colleges. In Tripura University in 2002, diploma course was started. A full-fledged Kokborok department, postgraduate degree was opened in the academic session 250. And the PhD program started from the academic session 218. Kokborok language as an elective paper was introduced in colleges in 2012, and now at present 22 degree colleges in Tripura. Kokborok language is taught as an elective paper. So this is the development. But as far as the teaching faculty in the college is concerned, till date, no appointment has been made. And in our university, Tripura University, we have only 2 permanent teachers for the Department of Kokborok and Center for Tribal Languages. Center for Tribal Languages offer postgraduate diploma in Kokborok, 1 year. We have approached the authority for sanctioning of more posts so that the department can run full-fledged. This is in short about what I try to brief about how Kokborok as a state language after its recognition until date. I once again welcome you. We are very happy to see all of you here. And once again, thanks to our Honorable DC, who in spite of busy schedule is in our midst to celebrate this day of happiness. And I'm sure that all of us, once we go back, will go with a sense of knowing a little bit of Kokborok. Hambai. Thank you. Tripura. A very good afternoon. Oro Tunzak Jotononolam Sogo. I welcome all of you, those present here, to commemorate the 40th Kokborok Day celebration in this university. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, Professor M.K.C. With a short notice yesterday afternoon, let me confess that he readily agreed that such programs should be there and it should have been in the larger forum. Sir, I take this responsibility of not able to hold in a bigger way, and there are certain reasons. And on the dais, eminent writer, dramatist, singer, a well-known in the field of literature of Kokborok and Bengali, eminent Sri Nandakumar Burma, my colleagues, officials, employees, research scholars, students, and ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I welcome you to this program. This 42nd Kokborok Day celebration is the day on 17th of January 1979. The Tripura Legislative Assembly unanimously resolved to recognize Kokborok as one of the state language. And that is a very important, because being a student of history, I cannot escape just to give you a glimpse. It's very difficult to say when Kokborok replaced Bengali language as the court language of Tripura. However, after Tripura march with the Indian Union on 15 October 1949, Bengali continued to be the official language and also medium of instruction in all educational institutions. It is not that during the princely days, Kokborok was not encouraged. The instance we can see from Rajmala, it is said that the two Pandits, Sukreshwar and Baneshwar, translated the Rajmala from Kokborok. Research is yet to be done, and at the same time, one person, Daulat Ahmed, who is not a Kokborok speaking as the name suggests, tried giving some say to Kokborok language in 1897. However, the first step in the writing of Kokborok started in 1900 with Radhamohan Thakur, who wrote Kokborokma, that is the Kokborok grammar. Thereafter, in 1945, some educated youth, the movement came to be known as the Jana Shiksha movement. started for the spread of literacy in the hill areas. However, because of their effort, many schools were opened. The movement could not sustain long because of the inclination towards politics. In 1960s, some educated tribal youth started thinking about the development of Kokborok and formed a regional party in 1967, which came to be known as Tripura Upajati Yuva Samiti, TUJS. Among the other important demands regarding Kokborok is the introduction of Kokborok language in Roman script in educational institutions. And in 1977-78, some attempts were made. But the recognition of Kokborok as a state language in the Legislative Assembly made it all the more important like today. Just a glimpse, where is this Kokborok today? Thereafter, Kokborok language as a medium of instruction was introduced in primary school in 1891. And later, some Kokborok foundation course was started in 2011 in the government degree colleges. In Tripura University in 2002, diploma course was started. A full-fledged Kokborok department, postgraduate degree was opened in the academic session 250. And the PhD program started from the academic session 218. Kokborok language as an elective paper was introduced in colleges in 2012, and now at present 22 degree colleges in Tripura. Kokborok language is taught as an elective paper. So this is the development. But as far as the teaching faculty in the college is concerned, till date, no appointment has been made. And in our university, Tripura University, we have only 2 permanent teachers for the Department of Kokborok and Center for Tribal Languages. Center for Tribal Languages offer postgraduate diploma in Kokborok, 1 year. We have approached the authority for sanctioning of more courses so that the department can run full-fledged. This is in short about what I try to brief about how Kokborok as a state language after its recognition until date. I once again welcome you. We are very happy to see all of you here. And once again, thanks to our Honorable DC, who in spite of busy schedule is in our midst to celebrate this day of happiness. And I'm sure that all of us, once we go back, will go with a sense of knowing little bit of Kokborok, Hambai. Thank you.
And really, he is correct that the 42nd Kokborok Day, it is not like that. He has told it is 20 years. So whatever his suggestion in future, if you are going to do this, you please keep in your mind, because it's a very valuable decision, observation, and this must be written here because everybody should know about this fact. The Kokborok is a language, and language has a motherhood. And we start the language from the mother tongue. And our mother tongue is free from all the bondages. But forgetting the purity, forgetting the sanctity, forgetting this order in the language, we create grammar. Without grammar, language is everywhere. But when we are going to talk about this language, the grammar is required, because we use the language which is uniform for all. So this language, the Kokborok language, very later it has been recognized in a department in Tripura University. But as he has told that 1979, this language was accepted in your assembly for a language of the state. This much long year has gone, and this Kokborok was a language of the prince, or it was a princely estate. So that Kokborok has not got that much of impetus as it should have. So, but we have started the journey very late, but I think this journey will be happy and successful. I am happy that none of the tribal students are also learning the tribal language Kokborok. It is very happy. And this Kokborok language is a bare language. You have ample opportunity for the research, because I see most of the project in our university is related from the Tripura. Okay, so that this tribal language Kokborok is full of scope. Anyone can take the research work also, and they can get ample opportunity to do work in the Kokborok language. And I think this about this language, a speaking person, they are called tribal. And one title I have learned is Dev Burma. I don't know about the Jamatia, Riang, others, whatever that, but Dev Burma title, I personally feel it is Dev. Dev means God. Burma, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So one of the God is Brahma. So Dev Burma means Dev Brahma. So those who are in the Dev Burma, they are Dev Brahma. And that's why they have the colorful culture, they have colorful dress, they have colorful views, and they are everywhere. When they are going to somewhere, they leave their steps and their views there, and people are appraising this. The Hojagiri dance is one of the dance from your people or you belong, and that is a unique in this India, and it is also presented in our abroad. So such type of, and there is no recognition, there is no need of any recognition for that, whatever this Aadhaar card we are using for our identification. But I don't need, for our tribal people, they don't need the Aadhaar card, because their appearance is itself an identity.
On the dais we have Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, Professor M.K. Singh, who is the chief guest for today's occasion. And we have Professor Sukindo Devarma, Head, Department of Kokborok, History and Linguistics. And the other one we have eminent writer in Bengali, Kokborok, as well as maybe in English, as I have heard, Sir Nanda Kumar Devarma, guest of today's honor. Other distinguished guests, teaching and non-teaching staffs, officers, students from other departments, and everyone who is present over here. It is my privilege to thank to everyone else for today's occasion for the observation of 42nd Kokborok Day 2020. Firstly, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, who had only telephonic conversation yesterday. So within a short span of time, he has agreed and accepted our request for the celebration of today's occasion. So thank you, sir, and attending here, giving us that your encouragement, your praise, we will never forget, and your thoughtful prophet, giving us that good message will keep us in our mind, and it will be good for us, for the students as well as for our community, giving us a good, valuable suggestions that it will surely help us in our future activities. Thank you once again, sir, for attending for today's program. I would also like to thank our HUD, Professor Sukhendu sir, who has inspired us a lot of activities in many ways, like encouraging us, motivating us, guiding us. So those are the things that it would have been incomplete without his thought. If we don't take his thought, his guides, it would have been incomplete. So especially my heartfelt thanks to our Sukhendu sir, who is all the time with us, who is all the time available, giving us that grace energy, putting us effortness, that making our that energy to come out and then do all these kind of programs a very grand success. Heartfelt thanks to our faculty members, Dr. Samir, Mrs. Kunte Devarma, who is all the time available everywhere. We are in touch, and then like in a short span of time we have spent a lots of, like, we don't have even time to prepare for ourselves. So like Samir has taken initiative a lot in many activities. Kunte Madam also, like, she has shown her fondness, her activities, her that willingness. Because of those kind of things, we have gathered here, and then the program has been a grand success in a short span of time. So I also thank to them. And I will not forget our deputy librarian, Sampeswar Mishra. So very thankful to sir also, because I have talked to him over phone, and then like I was confused whether like we'll get the room or not for observing today's occasion. So it was rightly he said, yeah, it is available. So I was so happy that at the last moment, because of his concerness, because of that his willingness, we could able to come up with this today's program. So very much thankful to sir also. Last but not the least, I thank all the students. Some of them might be from other departments, and then like especially those are non-Kokborok speakers who has taken that interest, that willingness, that fondness for attending today's program, for like apart from their mother tongue, that in a kind of that enthusiasm comes from their feelings, that taking a kind of opportunity to speak some other language, because learning others languages is always beneficial to apart from mother tongue. So I would once again give a very big thankful to them for attending this kind of occasion. And once again, thank you very much to all. Thank you. Hambai.